What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni and welcome to the total bullet madness here, running 5 times heavy Smutas on the STRYX robot. The fact that these bullets home around the corner is kind of ridiculous. That guy over there not safe. And then with the Battleship Frederick support doing actual real damage with this build right here, because those weapons have been nerfed pretty hard, but when you just bring enough of them and even the damage boosts, then you're still gonna hurt. And you saw we're running the paralysis drone, which is a great combination with bullet weapons, because so many projectiles hitting means you actually score that lockdown very fast. You pause that very quickly. So you constantly can lock the enemy down even behind corners and prevent them from being able to get, further in cover or something, right? And the damage output of 5 heavy Smutas, of course, is pretty heavy, right? Not so against a Skyros ball, though. But look at this guy. I'm currently just using my Battleship here. Gotten the kill. And firing a couple of more shots. Got this guy almost locked. Now he is locked. And I can... Actually, he must have had some immunity against lockdown, because it looked for a second like he was locked. Somebody's shield breaking... Oh, wait a minute. No, it's me. It's shield breaking him. Yeah, that's right. When I activate my STRYX ability, I get to shield break the enemy. For a second, I thought somebody else did that, which can happen with a Battleship, right? There's a turret that allows all your teammates to shield break this enemy, including yourself. But that was not the case here. So we have a Lynx over there, and starting the instant lock and punish with the kill. 5 heavy Smutas, my friends. The only things that are not taking a lot of damage from this are... Oh, that's bad. The only things not taking a lot of damage are Skyros balls. You just can't hurt them. Ugh, they're like titans when they roll around. But, that's what they do. Capture beacons and be annoying. Yeah, I activated my ability, but everybody just walked out of 500 meters range. Couldn't finish off anybody, but I can finish him off. Alright, he was low enough on health that I could just drop him real quick. Typically... These weapons are something you're not really playing. It's not meta anymore to run those homing bullets. I'm not saying they're bad weapons. It's just there's just way better stuff, right? Available. But with those Battleship support, I mean, seriously, dude, there is some serious damage coming out of those weapons. I wish this ability here from the STRYX robot would remain on for a little longer, right? The worst part is, you can just by an inch not fire two fire shots of thermites. If you only had like a second longer ability duration, you could fire thermites twice. And that is something I want to do in one of the upcoming videos, my friends. I want to build the old Spec Ops robot, right? In this case, it would be the Spec Ops STRYX, the one that brings up these 2 thermites to hit people hard around the corners, but he's actually being a short-range brawler with the main 3 heavy weapons, right? So you just have that option to snap some thermites into the enemy's face from over cover, forcing them to do ability activations or come for you, and then you hit them hard with the punchy weapons that you have equipped. So that would be my Spec Ops STRYX coming up sometime soon. Remember the Spec Ops Falcon, the Spec Ops Griffin? Dude, those were the old days, remember that? You have to have been on the channel for like a long time ago to remember those. So Battleship support right here, but I am suppressed. So what I'm doing here is countering the suppression with the damage output from with the damage boost from the Frederick Battleship. And unfortunately, right then I was locked and destroyed, but oh, nice sunset over there, nice. Yeah. So what do we got here? 4.3 million damage. We got 10 kills. But, again, this is not a meta weapon anymore. It has been nerfed so many times and so heavily that that the reloading just takes way too freaking long. So, like, you fire empty and that is it. That's all your firepower you had. And it's not like you're having that impressive of a firepower, which I guess you shouldn't, since those bullets, they're literally homing around the corner, right? So, I've got the Lynx here. And that's the crazy thing. You can shoot around the corner. You can get people when they feel safe. Oh, goodness. All those Doomgaze Battleship things on the map. Those lasers roaming around, killing people left and right. That guy, yup, he goes down. And I don't really want to shoot the Skyros, but then again, what else am I going to shoot, right? I have to shoot something. I got this guy locked right now. Thankfully for him, or good for him, is that he had a phase shift ready. Otherwise, he would have been dead right there, right then, right? That phase shift saved him. So, but I wonder if he's got another one of those. So let's bring up all our weapons. Oh, he's phase shifting again? Oh, maybe it's a... Okay, maybe it's a Samjok. That would explain... Yeah, it is a Samjok. Okay, so it's not a phase shift, he's just a Samjok. And that means he can't be killed. So with the Battleship support, we just dropped that Skyros and together with our teammates, which takes a little while to do. We're shooting the Condor over there. I've got him locked, so now I can swap to all weapons and just pop him real quick. Pop! There he goes, very nice. I think that might be the Samjok over there. I can't seem to hit him. And we have another immediate problem in front of us, namely Sword Unit. Thankfully he went back, teleported. So, oh boy, other side might need some help. Let's shield break over there, do all the damage we can with 5 heavy Smutas. What the heck? I thought I killed the first guy. He must have had some revive drone or some insta HP boost. Because my calculation was that I already killed him, or should have. But then he was back at 60% health. Alright, so there we go. So that's the moment from the intro, you remember it. We're using we're using the Battleship now, running in much faster and with much more damage output right now. And popping 2 enemies around the corner. Also, that guy had a disguise unit, and I activated the disguise unit by firing my Battleship at him. Because that lockdown blast cannon does a little bit of damage, and it's enough to, to activate the disguise unit of enemies. Interesting, I just got killed in like 1 second. A sword unit came in, hit me with like 1 sword attack, and I basically died. Or 2 sword attacks, maybe. That was weird. That was a little quick. Didn't expect that, to lose like 400, 500,000 health in 1 second. That seems odd. We have the enemy Samjok here. I'm not gonna kill him. At least not now. I'll follow him to make sure he's no longer roaming the map, jumping over this. It's so good to be able to jump, because seriously, every other Titan, like a Heimdall or a Minos, would be stuck on one side of those bridges. Can't get onto the other side. But the Atlas Titan can jump over it, and that is so good. Now we have a really, really nasty enemy in front of us. An Arthur, Ultimate Arthur, with the Ultimate Grom. 3 of them. That's nasty. So I guess I'm gonna hide here for a moment, because I don't think I could beat that. I need some help, and I think I'm getting some. Let me just wait out a little. I can stall time by lifting him up. Shooting into his flank, attracting his fire. And my Titan friends are coming in from behind now. An Eiffel with lots of missiles. Very good weapon choice against that Arthur. And with that, we should be able to get rid of him. Yeah, very nice. Even in a Mauler Titan spawned in. And so that was good. Thankfully, I was able to get support and survive. So there is the enemy Devourer Titan. He used his ability on me. I'm not sure why. That makes no sense. Like, he was really not taking any damage there. There was no reason to use that ability. And but how long did that last? Bro, did you see how long that lasted? That was like 12 seconds or 15. Seems like a little longer than how I normally know it. I'm using my Battleship support now, so I can do increased damage. Unfortunately, the guy dropped into stealth. And I'm just shooting other targets, and then he exited stealth, so I immediately went back for him, making sure the Devourer does not get another stealth ability. I hate that. I hate that they can just go in stealth and be like, haha, goodbye. Yeah, so whenever I get the chance, I drop them. And then we're jumping over here. Let's see if we can grab that beacon real quick. Somebody gonna spawn on here? Yep, somebody is. And our Raptor. I lift him up, try and prevent the cap, but he was already in the lift, like in the cap circle, apparently. Yeah, so that is it, my friends. Homing machine guns on the STRYX robot. Tell me what you think. that is a lot of firepower and bullets coming around the corner. But then again, as you have often pointed out, a Bagliore kind of does more damage there, right? So yeah, thanks for watching, catch you in the next video, and Manni signing off. Bye bye, my friends.